Hey guys, Mr. Capcom for the Tech Messenger, and this is my quick impressions of the ASUS Transformer Prime. I'm actually going to do a couple videos on this just for the fact that it's so many things that need to be covered. So the first one just going to be basically I'm going to boot it up and just show you guys some of the stuff that's on here. So I turned it off so we can see the actual boot animation. See how that goes and how quick it boots up. So powered by NVIDIA Tegra there at the bottom. ASUS. Now, for the most part, you probably would never like just keep having this being turned on and off. So the boot times don't really matter. I mean, I see a lot of people online say, okay, this boots this fast, this boots this fast, but most of the time our devices are on 24/7. So boot device time isn't really that much of a big thing to me. So I mean, it seems to take maybe about 30 seconds, maybe less. You can probably time it by looking at the video, but like I said, I usually leave mine on 24/7, never dies, or anything like that, so don't really have a problem with that. Alright, just waiting for this to boot up. One other thing I did notice, and I don't know if this is part of the boot animation, you'll see the screen kind of like jump back and forth. I don't know if you saw it before. I mean, it's not doing it now. I don't know if it's something that I have to like move the screen or what, but I did notice that a couple times. Yeah, I just did it again. I don't know if you guys saw that. Alright, just for the vibrate, so it should come up shortly. And there we go. So it's booted up. I changed the wallpaper. It's connected to my Wi-Fi. Let's go ahead and check out the unlock. It's with Honeycomb. Let's take a look at some of the screens in Honeycomb. Now, this is my first tablet that I've ever owned. So, of course, here's some things that you can do on it. Honeycomb is pretty nice. Let's take a look at the app drawer, some of the apps I downloaded. Just bring it up a little bit. One cool thing I did like is how easy this is, like holding it in both my hands like this. I will say I kind of had to get used to the keyboard. I ended up buying SwiftKey X tablet, which is somewhere in here. Here we go, right here, SwiftKey tablet, and I'll show you some of that in a minute on how to type with it. Most of all the software works on here. I did notice some apps that are only for Android like handsets didn't show up in the market. Let me just try to see if I can show you guys. Where's the market at? Here we go. There we go. So if you look, for instance, let's type in Game Loft, and here's the keyboard I was talking about right now. Game Loft. Alright, so if we go to Game Loft, we can see there's no Modern Combat 3, there's no backstab, there's no 9mm. So it's like, I don't know if most of the apps are just not showing up because the Transformer is fairly new, or if they just never made it for this device, or like a tablet in general. So we kind of see that that's not there. I haven't tried loading something on my Bionic or downloading it on here and then putting an APK on here and see if it worked. Haven't tried that yet. But like I said, we have Adventure to Tintin, which is pretty new. But like I said, those other games I mentioned aren't there. So some of those things aren't going to be there. Let's go to the software again. Take a look at Netflix real quick. Netflix UI for tablets is real nice on how it lays out everything. And keep in mind, this is on my Wi-Fi, so my signal is doing pretty good. If you look here at the bottom, well, maybe not here, but you can see right here at the bottom, I only have like 2 bars, and it's pretty quick. I mean, I noticed some people were saying they had Wi-Fi issues, but I haven't had any issues. Streaming works fine. Let me go ahead and watch. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and watch some Naruto, just to show what it looks like and how quick it buffers and whatnot. Let me turn it up. So that's from Netflix, and I've actually loaded up MX Player for the simple fact that MX Player handles subtitles in different voice streams, so you can change that back and forth if you want to. Let me go ahead and start up. Now this is a 1080p video. This is Gundam Unicorn Episode 4.
I think you know what I'm asking. I don't care if it's just for show. If you did, Father,
Runs fluidly. Running in MX Player, it runs fine in the regular video player, but the regular video player doesn't have options for subtitles and multiple audio streams. This has like French, English, Spanish, English and Japanese and English subtitles. So the default player can't handle those, but it does well if you don't have those options. Most anime, most anime has those different streams in them. So, all right, so let's go back. Let me go ahead and go to regular video. All right, we do CeeLo, American Dad. I don't know why the audio isn't playing on that one, but everything I've thrown at it pretty much works well, with no problems, no issues, or anything like that. So this is like an episode of Breaking Bad. So it works really fine. It has HDMI out on it, so it can project to a bigger screen. Let's take a look at some other software. I actually have an app on here called Manga Watcher, and it has the actual like newsstand type feel to it. Now this is in tablet mode, so this will work fine as a tablet. I think I disabled the screen rotate. There you go. So that's what it looks like in portrait. Some apps I have noticed do not, let me see if Cool Reader does that. Some apps do not like want to work correctly as far as, with portrait. This stays on portrait for some reason. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the games. I got this from GameStop, so it came preloaded with Sonic CD, Shadowgun, Sleepy Jack, which I actually bought, Riptide. I'll take another video of the video games playing on it. Other than that, everything works really, really quick. You can see no lag going between the different screens. The honeycomb widgets are nice. The one thing that's going to change right here is that it will get ice cream sandwich. So once ice cream sandwich comes, then of course everything will be kind of in a new ballpark. As far as this being my first Android tablet, I have no problems with honeycomb. It's a newer technology as far as Android tablets. I think they've only been out maybe like a year or 2 years. So I mean, it's expected. Of course, you have the iPad 1 and 2, which just came out, and they kind of made it a little bit more robust as far as like apps working and whatnot. But for what it is, like, I'm really, really, really happy with it. I was happy to pay the money for it to get this, and it does everything I wanted to do. I do not have the keyboard dock for this, but I will be purchasing it in the near future. Other than that, I'm trying to think about what else I can show. When I did open it up, it did have a firmware update waiting. I did the update, so this is fully updated. Let me go ahead and go to the About tablet. So it is on 3, 2, 1, and not sure where the actual version is, but it's just a firmware update. Status. Yeah, not sure what the version is at. Here, it's pad. I think it's this right here, pad E version, and the build number right here. That's the version I'm working on. It's kind of just like Android. I mean, I do like the My Apps and has all the stuff that you downloaded. All as far as bloat wise, there is it's minimum bloat. I think these are all pretty much the bloat apps that come on here: Polaris Office, My Library, MyNet, MyCloud, Maps. You know, this stuff is all here, and File Manager. I mean, in my opinion, they're not even all that intrusive. Supernote actually is on there too. They're not all that intrusive. They actually kind of are nice. We have what was that called? MyNet. You can control your computer from here. You can play stuff off your network on here. It's a pretty cool app. You can actually share your media that's on your tablet with other things, which I don't even see a reason why you would want to do that. Supernote. It's the first time I've actually used this, but you're supposed to be able to draw on it and do your own notes and whatnot. We got My Library, which just has a bunch of books and stuff that you can read on here. Haven't really tested it out, but seems pretty good. Polaris, if you actually had the Amazon free app a day, you probably would have gotten this free and a bunch of other Office programs that I'll probably use later on. But you know, take use of that. The Amazon app a day is really a great thing to have. And MyCloud, which of course I haven't actually used yet, but okay, MyCloud is the one you can use to control your computer, I believe. So yeah, and you just have to download another part of software right here. It's called ASUS.com support, and then you'll be able to control your computer. You can upload stuff to your cloud and your Vibe, which is like this music thing. But if you have Google Music, it's probably just best to just use that instead. So let's take a look. I think that's about it. I will make another video with the video games being played on here and a couple other app recommendations and stuff like that. Everything pretty much works like as well as it would on your phone. This is a quad core processor, and it has 1 gig of RAM, so it's pretty fast. Like I said, I haven't seen any lag. Sometimes you'll see like a little bit of a lag, but it's not going to kill you. I mean, that's just really just nitpicking. And it works just as well as anybody's iPad, and I've tested it against my friend's iPad, and both, you know, perform pretty good. So there's not much else here to see as far as like it's just, regular Honeycomb with the apps on the side, and that's about it. One other thing I would like to note, that quirks that you guys should know if you actually get one. Being that this is a newer technology, or this just came out, I should say, there's two things you need to know. One, the micro SD inside the actual transformer, for some reason, the internal space, the 32 gigs, is counted as your SD card. Don't know why they do that. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So you have an SD card and you have removable. So removable is your actual SD card. This SD card is your actual internal space, or your RAM, or that's inside the actual computer. I mean, the tablet. So why that's a problem, why you guys should know the differences between these. Most applications from default will not look at that removable. It doesn't really know what it is. Of course, we'll have to wait for an update, but as an example, MX Player only shows what's on your SD card, which is my video folder, which is on the internal. But there's no way for me to actually get to that. Like, I can't get to the SD card because it's coming up as removable. I can't even it doesn't have like a really like file manager to look around in these things. So it's kind of, I had to figure it out how to do it. But the best way to do it is you can either go through file manager or click the little icon here for the folder. Then open it up in the file manager. And then you can go ahead and navigate to removable micro SD, and then go ahead and play everything that's on your actual SD card, and it'll work that way. So let's take a look at Cowboys and Aliens. so we can see it plays like that. So which works, you know, fantastic. It's just an extra little step. So hopefully sooner than later, most apps will update to this. And of course, when Ice Cream Sandwiches comes out, everyone will be on board with that. I did notice that videos, I think this is like Google's video program, it does see the programs. Okay, before it didn't give me any thumbnails, but it seems like now it is giving me thumbnails, which is cool. So I guess, yeah, you could probably easily just go through here and find all your your SD stuff, which is nice. But if you like MX Player like I do, you might want to go through here and you know, we just have to wait for the software to get updated. It's not something that's big. It's not something I would deter you from. It's just I would better off letting people know, so you know when they get it, they won't be like, okay, well I don't know where to find this and I don't know where to find that. But that's about it. So I'm gonna make a couple more videos that highlight the video games and some of the software that's pretty good, maybe like a top 10, and just stay tuned for that, guys. All right, thanks for watching.